while we're in Indiana, I thought why not hit up a few more zoos and do a full Indiana zoo tour. Our first stop was this hidden Lake Michigan Zoo. Tucked away in Michigan City, Indiana. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much. I figured it would be another small, kind of quiet place, but man, I was wrong. This spot was super unique. So check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. Now after that little hidden gem, we're heading to a bigger one. The Fort Wayne Zoo. This place is no joke. It's one of those highly regarded AZA accredited spots that gets the stamp of approval for its quality care and animal welfare. I had no idea what I was walking into, but after that Washington Park Zoo experience, I was curious to see how this place would compare. The first thing I noticed was just how interactive it was. Little activities along the trails. I mean, most zoos, even at the farm section, keep a good distance between you and the animals with fences or glass. Sure, the goats will put their head through for you to pet and feed them, but here you can literally walk right into their pens, hang out with them, and even brush them. That was a pretty cool touch. Now there are 5 main areas to explore, each one with its own vibe. You've got the Central Zoo, African Adventure, Asian Trek, Australian Adventure, and as always, my favorite is the Marine Life. Because here there's even a small aquarium with reef sharks and reef fish exhibits, an awesome newly renovated habitat called Coastal Cove for the seals and sea lions built just this year in 2025. And a stingray touch tank. So I'm gonna walk you through the highlights of each section because this place was filled with life. The African Adventure section was a real standout. I'm talking giraffes, lions, zebras, hyenas, wildebeests, you name it. The enclosures were huge, and it's clear they put a lot of thought into the animals' well-being. Giraffes, zebras, and wildebeests roaming in large open fields was awesome to see. The whole thing felt like you were in a mini safari in the middle of Indiana. Next up, Asian Trek. This part of the zoo was like stepping into a rainforest. They've got this misty greenhouse where you can walk through and just soak in the atmosphere. Plants everywhere, birds chirping, and the smell of earth. And the animals here were something else. You've got orangutan swinging, which honestly for me, seeing those highly intelligent primate species in enclosures is always tough, whether it's in an ethical way or not. But anyway, there's also tigers and of course the red panda. If you've ever seen one of these little guys, you know they're basically one of everyone's favorites. and you can definitely understand why. Now, the Australian adventure wasn't as big, but it still packed a lot in it. Obviously, they're kangaroos, because what's an Aussie-themed area without them? But this area was also where the small aquarium was and the stingray touch tank. This section has been around since 1987, and back then it was actually the largest display of Australian animals outside of Australia. Fun fact, when it opened, it broke attendance records and even got an award from the zoo community. Then there's the Central Zoo. This is the more traditional part where you'll find the farm animals, some primates, penguins, and river otters doing their thing. It's a bit more basic when compared to the themed areas, but still had those must-see animals throughout it, so you can tell the zoo puts effort into making every section feel unique. One thing I couldn't get over was just how well thought out everything was. The zoo covers 40 acres and is internationally recognized for its award-winning exhibits, landscaping, and just how innovative they've been with their animal displays. Each section has its own theme, and the trails are all perfectly designed to guide you through different environments. It's like walking through a global tour of wildlife, one area at a time. This zoo started back in 1952 as a nature preserve, and didn't officially become a zoo until 1965. By the 90s, it was getting national attention with shoutouts from places like Good Morning America, the New York Times, and Zoo Life TV, and it makes sense because this zoo is legit. Let's talk about the conservation side of things. This zoo doesn't just put animals on display for our entertainment. They have a bunch of educational programs for all ages, and they're actively involved in global conservation efforts. They're accredited not just by the AZA, but also by the WAZA, the World Association of Zoos and Aquariums, along with a few others, which is a big deal in the zoo world. And the coolest part, they've partnered with around 33 different global conservation programs, ranging from Wildcats Conservation Alliance to conservation of coastal birds, sharks, rays, orangutans, and the Pacific Marine Mammal Center. On top of this, they also hold themselves accountable by limiting waste and recycling what others may consider junk and turning it into imaginative ways to enrich their animals. Which is their claim, but if I'm really nitpicking at the zoo, one thing was I didn't actually see any enrichment out. Of course, it could have been the time of day or maybe the day of the week, but I did see some of the animals pacing back and forth in the same spot over and over, which is a common behavior for boredom or animals in need of some type of stimulus. So yeah, this place isn't just beautiful and packed with cool animals. It's actually doing real tangible work to protect wildlife across the globe. If you're in the area and you're wondering whether this zoo is the real deal or just another tourist trap, trust me, it's worth the visit. It's not just an awesome place to learn about animals, but it's also a great example of what a modern, ethical zoo should look like. One that's not just showing off animals, but is actually making a difference. So if you're ever in the area, don't just take my word for it, check it out for yourself.